Thank y'all for tuning back in. It's your boy PBK9's giving you that dog news the way I always do. Fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Some gonna like it, some ain't. It's my job to give you the news. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I appreciate everybody that subscribed so far. We getting up there. Hit that like button if you like the video. Comment at the bottom. I'm gonna comment with you. Let's get into it. First, I'm gonna say, man, I was a little under the weather. Thank you to everybody that was, sending me the shout outs or whatever. I took 2 corona tests that came back negative, so that was good. That was good. But what I think it was, I was pulling up some carpet over the last week, laying down some wood flooring, and I'm thinking the dust from the carpet, kind of, aggravated my sinuses or gave me some type of head cold or something like that or whatever. But my corona test came back negative, so that was good. But the game that's in me, I gotta keep pushing. It's my scratch. It's my scratch. So, let's get into it. Alright. The news for the day. We talking big old Sunday. Alright. I want to talk about DNA in a minute, But first thing I want to know is, cause see, a lot of these guys, be on Facebook talking about how they making better crosses with our lines coming from outside. They making better crosses than what we making. Now, they making better crosses in 3 or 4 years than we've been doing with the pure stuff for 30 years. They making better crosses in 2 or 3 years than we've been making with the pure stuff in 30 years. Alright, now, this is the deal. Okay? SBS. You took an L on this side. I keep telling you, man. I keep telling y'all boys, man. Y'all bragging about the crosses y'all making. Y'all talking about how tough and how competitive y'all dogs is. But when they come on this side of town, they can't last in the water. Like, I'm tired of seeing y'all guys get on Facebook and different platforms argue with dog men who got the blueprint to them bloodlines. You get up there and argue so you can sell puppies and puppy peddle, because really, I'm starting to see, and I've been seeing, and I've been known, but it's really coming to the table and it's obvious now because everything that y'all producing is not doing anything. And then y'all trying to put the blame on us because y'all mixing all that bullshit in it. And we ain't give it to you mixed up. We gave it to you straight. Why you mixing it up for?
What I'm talking about is when you chop my dope down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%, and then you call it blue magic, that is trademark infringement. You understand what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? We gave it to you straight. Why you mixing it up for? And then trying to say, oh, I mixed up a better product. No, you ain't mixed up no better product. You mixed up some bullshit. You mixed up some bullshit.
You understand what I'm saying?
Due respect, Frank. If I buy something, I own it.
No, that ain't true. That ain't
buy
true.
A car and I want to paint it, I can paint it.
Yeah, you don't have to. This is what I'm saying to you, Dick. You don't have to. It's good enough the way it is. You can make enough money off it the way it is just by calling it blue magic. Anything more than that is greed, son.
What do you want, Frank?
You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, we ain't got the journal, we ain't got all the magazines, we ain't got this, we ain't got that. We back to the old school word of mouth. What you hear about, word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? And word was, old Florida boy gotta go back to Florida. Old Florida boy gotta go back to Florida because it ain't gonna cut around here. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna cut around here. And that's, like I said before, that's another dog breeder that's willing to argue with the connection that you producing better dogs than he is, and you don't got the blueprint. It's obvious you don't got the blueprint. It's obvious you don't got the blueprint. So what you think you got, you don't got. Yeah, you look good on pedigree, and it's easy to argue about on Facebook. It's easy to argue about on Facebook. You say this and say that. A lot of people don't like arguing. But in real life, that shit don't fly. Like I always tell you, man. I always tell you, and I'm telling you now. You know what I'm saying? That breeding, SBS Florida boy, that ain't gonna cut it. That ain't gonna make it. I'm gonna tell you that now. Instead of y'all boys acknowledging that what y'all got and where y'all got it from, and just trying to, keep things going, You want to say you making something better. And all the time you saying this, you ain't creating nothing better. You ain't creating nothing better. You got pure A1 sauce. And you putting baking soda, and you putting fentanyl, and you putting all these other cutting agents on it, and then you talking about you got a better product. How you got a better product when you got it wrong? There's no way to get better if you got it wrong. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I don't understand. What's the argument about? Because every time you send, we done got sent the stuff back down south, coming from VA off the dead-eye dog, ain't produced shit. Produced curves.
What do you mean that? Wait a second. Wait a minute.
Dead-eye coming from us. Raw stuff, but you're cutting it up. You're cutting it up. It ain't producing when you're cutting it up. And then you want to resort back to the pure stuff and they say you got a better blend. How the hell you gonna have a better blend or something and you only been breeding for 3 or 4 years? And you talking about people who've been breeding longer than I've been living. Man, get out. You need to acknowledge. First thing a lot of y'all dog men need to do is acknowledge, you know what I'm saying, where you get your knowledge from. You know what I'm saying? Who teaching you and showing you and giving you the game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get the game one week and then try to cut the man who gave the game off the next week. Now, one thing I know, 2 things for sure. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel the brother who's saying that they got the best, some of the best Mayday stuff in Italy. I definitely feel you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I know, I ain't real familiar with the Mayday stuff. I'm familiar with it far as I know about it. I know about it, but I didn't run it because I didn't like that stuff back in the days. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that I ran across. But I'm gonna tell you like this right here. You might get the best Mayday from Italy, but you want the best yellow stuff, the stuff coming down off yellow, you better come in South Carolina. Or maybe some parts of North Carolina. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now, I understand dogs get sold this place, dogs get sold that place. But I'll be damned if I'ma leave out of South Carolina, then leave out the United States. No, I'm gonna take that back. We're looking for yellow dog now, all right? And I know I'm from this area, so you think I'm gonna leave out of South Carolina, okay? Once I leave out of South Carolina, you think I'm gonna leave out the South looking for a yellow dog? Okay, now I left out the South, you think I'm gonna leave off the East Coast looking for a yellow dog? Okay, I left off the East Coast. Now you think I'm gonna leave from past Texas looking for a yellow dog? Way in California I'm looking for a yellow dog? You think I'm gonna go way to California looking for a yellow dog? Okay, boom. Now I went to California looking for a yellow dog. Okay, now you think I'm gonna go out this country looking for a yellow dog that was born, that existed, created, round the block? Oh, hell to the no. Hell to the no. If they ain't damn preserved that line somewhere in this area tight enough and good enough for me to get it, you know what I'm saying? I can't get it. You know what I'm saying? That's like me being from Colombia, South America, being from Colombia, you know, Medellin, and I'm saying I'm gonna come buy some cocaine from somewhere up in North Dakota, somewhere up in New York. Some pure cocaine. I'm looking for pure cocaine, but I gotta get it from New York. And I'm from Medellin. But you think I'm gonna go to New York to get it? Hell no, man. Hell no. That's just common sense. You know what I'm saying? That's just common sense. No disrespect. And I believe what you say, brother. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if I can get some of that, I'll try some of that. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no knock to what you said. But I'm talking about as far as the yellow stuff. If you want the good yellow, ain't no use to go, you know what I'm saying? Because I really refuse to buy a yellow dog from a person outside of this country. I refuse to do that unless it's somebody I know, like, oh, from over here, they just moved over there. That's different. But I'm talking about, nah. Some things just gotta remain the way it remains. You know what I'm saying? Because if you start doing that, next thing you know, 20 years from now, you're buying all your dogs from overseas. It ain't even American dogs no more. Next thing you know, you're looking for Border dogs over there. You're looking for Chinaman dogs over there. You're looking for damn yellow dogs over there. You're looking for Mayday dogs over there. You're looking for Jeep dogs over there. You're looking for this kind of dogs. Now they done control the whole market. And it took our American dogs, lying to us about stuff, but we don't know what's going on. Like I said before, let's go back to what I said before. No competition don't matter overseas. Competition matter to American sports in America. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they do overseas, we all know. Okay, I gotta put examples down again. Okay, we got American basketball. We go overseas, pretty much fly through everybody. American football, the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is the top of the world when it comes to achievements in football. Soccer, we may not run soccer. You know, hockey, you know, do pretty good. Tennis, we do pretty good. American sports. What matters is what goes down in America for American sports. See, I'm still trying to get myself together, but they got me up to date, you know what I'm saying? Because what it is, I'm tired of them getting up on the media sites, talking about what they breeding, and everything they sending out here to us is either making my homeboys lose money, because they putting trust in what you guys say, and you guys is breeding some bullshit. Like I said before, breeding some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Putting our little pedigrees together in your pedigrees, just to make your pedigree look better. You know what I'm saying? Just to make your pedigree look better. And then when you send the hound won't even cross one scratch. The hound won't even scratch one time. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. We're giving it to you raw. That's the name of this broadcast right here. We're giving it to you raw. Stop cutting it up. Stop cutting it up. You know what I'm saying? You're fucking up the money. You know what I'm saying? You're fucking up the bag. You're fucking up the name. You know what I'm saying? We're giving it to you raw. We don't gotta put fentanyl on it. We got it like that, but we can give it to you raw. You know what I'm saying? We don't gotta put baking soda on it and stomp it back together and crush it back. None of that. We don't gotta do that. We got it, but we can give it to you raw. So why you mixing it up? Just because you wanna make something, say, oh, I created this, I created that, but you don't got a blueprint. You don't even got the knowledge of what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Breed you some pure stuff. Run with it. See what you're gonna come with it. See how it's gonna do for you. You know what I'm saying? Take some time with it. Take some time with it. You guys, see what they lack in the dog game. They lack the dog knowledge. So when they lack the dog knowledge, they don't wanna admit they wrongs. They don't wanna admit they wrongs. Say, that shit ain't working. I gotta run with what I know is working. You know what I'm saying? For one, if you're not a working kennel, how you gonna get a working dog? You know what I'm saying? If you're a breeder, then that's the difference. You can't be dibbing and dabbing. You know what I'm saying? You can't be dibbing. If I'm a Molly Wild breeder and not doing none of the protection work, not doing none of the work, that's a whole different ball game. If I'm just a breeder, then I don't know nothing about the work game. I'm just getting the dogs just because I know Malawites sell high. I know Malawites sell high, so I can sell them. I can sell them to people. You know what I'm saying? I can sell them for high without even training them, without doing anything. Because I'm a breeder. I'm a puppy peddler. I know them dogs are expensive. Okay, boom. Now, if I'm a worker, if my kennel is a working kennel, I'm going to get a Malawi and I'm going to work it. I'm going to make it work. If I get one, I'm going to put it to work. I know what I'm looking for. Okay? If I'm a working kennel, I know I want a dog with good temperament. A dog that's not going to just leash out at everybody. I know what I'm looking for. I got standards because I've seen some of the best working dogs. You know what I'm saying? Not even if I didn't have them. You know what I'm saying? I seen what the standards was. And I got to hold my standards to those standards. You know? My standards to those standards. See, this social media dog game is with a place where we can call people names, we can do all that other stuff, but we won't produce no good dogs. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk trash about people all year long. Say this, say that, but we won't produce no good dog. That's what kind of aggravate me with the dog game from the first place, and made me even start messing with Malawites and stuff like that, man, because this dog game now, it's like y'all too worried about social media and all that other stuff more than y'all worried about the actual dog himself. Everybody want to be the man instead of going to get a good quality dog and turn that dog into something. You know what I'm saying? Mayday was a yellow dog. He was a yellow dog. They got him off yellow. So what? He made his own name. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was a yellow dog. Even though he was off of Tant's stuff. He's not Tant's Mayday. He made his own name. Just because you get a dog from a reputable dog, man, don't mean you gotta mix it all up just to make your own stuff. Get that pure dog that he giving you. If he giving it to you pure, make a name for that dog, a serious name for that dog, and you don't have to worry about saying, oh, it's off his stuff, or oh, it's his stuff, and this and that. You made that dog what that dog was, even though that dog is off his stuff. That's all that matters, is that you made that dog to what that dog is today. You bred that dog after that. You know what I'm saying? You made that dog. So y'all be worried about the wrong things. That's why you're stuck in one spot going in circles. Sending us them bullshit dogs down here, and we sending them right back to you. We sending them right back to you because we ain't keeping them. And we just gonna get online and tell you about how they is, and you can get online and talk trash and call names and all that, but the dogs ain't making the cut off that dead-eye dog, you know what I'm saying, and off the SBS stuff, you know what I'm saying? It ain't making the cut. You better figure out something to switch it up or whatever you gotta do. It might be working where you from, you know what I'm saying, but it ain't working around here. You know what I'm saying? Them boys ain't losing no more money. Them boys been losing money for the last 3 years off them dogs. For the last 3 years. Taking them out, jumping walls, they can't jump high enough. Taking them out, pulling weights, they ain't pulling strong enough. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't competing in none of the competitions the way the average dog that they should be competing way higher than competing. But yeah, they got the blueprint. Yeah, they want to argue with the so-called the gatekeepers. Well, the gatekeepers told me to tell y'all to get y'all shit together. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't doing it right. You ain't doing it right. You're talking about a bunch of stuff that don't matter. Your dogs ain't hitting on nothing. You know what I'm saying? All it is all them dogs is doing is taking food out them boys' kids' mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because that money that they losing on these different competitions, they can be going to buy their kids this, buy their girl that, spend this on the house, do this. All them dogs doing is losing. Losing, losing, losing. And all of them losing is cut with y'all cutting agents. Y'all cutting agents, that fentanyl, that soda, that all that other stuff y'all putting in it. You know what I'm saying? That's why once you start keeping it pure, like we giving it to you, keep it pure, go out there, sell it, let them people get what they want pure, then they'll like your dogs. They'll be like, man, your dogs weren't half bad. The dogs weren't half bad. Good with my kids, great around the family, you know what I'm saying? No problems, good temperament, great out when we go hunting and stuff like that, great out there in the woods, great family pet. You won't have no problems, none of that. The problems that you having. Oh, my dog's biting us. Oh, my dog's curves. Oh, man, listen here, man. Last thing I'm going to say before I get up out of here, again, stop cutting that shit we give y'all up when we give it to you raw. We give it to you raw for a reason. Stop cutting it up and you might have some success. I'm starting to get a little short-winded, man, so I'm about to get up out of here, but the last thing I want to say before I get up out of here, man, you know what I'm saying, because I'm going to have to go get me some rest in a minute. Last thing I want to say before I get up out of here, man, it comes to DNA testing, okay? This is what I want to know, right? Okay? If we want a DNA test, okay, just use for example, okay? Say my puppy I got. I'm not worried about hog and all them. I'm not talking about DNA testing that, okay? We know Mayday is in the system. We know Damien is in the system. What I want to know is, can I DNA test my dog directly to Mayday? Can I DNA test my puppy directly to Mayday and come back, you know, with some type of answer from the ADBA? That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? This ain't got nothing to do with nobody wanting to know about the, you know, as far as don't believe this or don't believe that of this pedigree or that pedigree. I'm just curious as far as any DNA testing, as far as any bloodline. You know, can you skip the daddy and go straight to the granddaddy and test the DNA from the granddaddy to the DNA to the puppy and get a, you know, pretty accurate DNA test? You know, I believe you can. You know what I'm saying? Me, myself, personally, I believe you can. You know, but, you know, I just want, you know, whatever y'all think as far as that situation. But I hope y'all have a great day, man. It's your boy PB Canines giving you that dog news the way I always do. Fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Some gonna like it, some ain't. It ain't my problem whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? You can call names, you can dish, you can say this and say that. One thing at the end of the day, it ain't gonna stop. Stop breeding them curs. Stop making them curs. Stop cutting it up when we're giving it to you pure. PB Canines. I'm up out of here.